Are you a busy business owner with an outdated website? Or are you a new business owner that needs a website? Maybe you've struggled to find someone to help you build the website that your business deserves. Maybe it's taken too much time or effort, or maybe the estimates you've received are above your budget. If so, you're in the right place. An up-in-a-day website is fast built out, on budget, and extra easy for the business owner. Here's how it works. You pick one of our website packages, finding one that fits your business and your budget. We'll have a kickoff call to get to know you and your business goals, and you'll get to know our amazing design teams. Then we'll schedule your website build-out day. On that day, sit back and relax while our team of designers get to work, taking your brand assets to build you a beautiful, high-converting website. At the end of the day, we'll have a live review with you, make any revisions, then we launch. Voila! Your website is live and out there to your customers. It's that easy and that fast. And after the launch, we've got you covered there too, with ongoing support packages. You've waited long enough. It's time for your business to get a website up in a day.
Hello, everyone. How is everybody today? I'm so excited to be here in the webinar week at App in a Day. My name is Juan Pablo Abril Mendoza. I'm App in a Day's project manager and digital marketing expert with specialization on Google Ads. I am so glad that you decided to come along and just listen and try to have a conversation about how can you improve your online presence with all of the topics that we're going to be covering in this webinar week. This is topic number 2. And I am so excited to be with you, just sharing some insights that might be interesting for you to think about. So without any further ado, let's dive into today's topic, shall we? All right, everybody. Today's topic is Squarespace versus WordPress and why Squarespace is the smarter choice for your small business. First and foremost, I would like to say that WordPress is an amazing platform, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are using it as we speak. But today's topic is going to be focused on how Squarespace is really good for small businesses instead. All right? Keep that in mind as I go over all the different explanations that I'm going to be giving you around this topic. How we are going to do this, by the way? Well, as you can see, we have 5 bigger reasons that I'm going to be explaining to you and showing you with images why I consider that Squarespace actually is really good for small business owners than WordPress. So, without any further ado, let's talk about reason number 1, shall we? There you go. Squarespace makes building a website really simple, and WordPress not so much. Over my 10 years of experience, I had to obviously work on WordPress sites just to create websites for small business owners or for bigger companies. And one of the biggest difficulties about this platform is that it's too complicated. There are too many options and it's really overwhelming. It took me a long time just to be able to move around the dashboard and be able to do stuff, to get things done, even to make smaller changes. I had to use a lot of Google, a lot of YouTube videos, just to be able to understand the platform and being able to have a website. So I think that it's not necessary. I think in order to have a website that actually looks cute, that looks beautiful, that you can feel proud of and show off to your customers and clientele, you don't need to stress your life out just by trying to understand this platform, right? So let me just show you another picture or another image. Look at this. In these, again, you have a lot of code in it, and this is just one of the menus out of all of the ones that you can have. And this could grow and grow and grow because WordPress is like a puzzle. So as you can see, imagine to be on a business owner's shoes and understanding that, okay, I need to have a website. I need to have a really good online presence. And then in order to execute those goals, I need to deal with this. That obviously is going to create a lot of stress and confusion to a person that is just trying to get an online presence that is good, that is efficient. And obviously, you don't have to deal with all of this for your small business if you want to have a website. And that's why I'm talking today about the differences between a Squarespace and WordPress, because there are options for you. Okay, so let's see now the difference these sites, this WordPress dashboard with a lot of options, and then Squarespace. Beautiful, right? Look at how simple this looks. On the left side, you have a list of things that you can do and click around to be able to modify your site. But the most important ones are under the website menu, pages and styles. And that's one of the biggest differences in here is that you can actually get things done on your site super fast. You click on pages and then you will see the whole distribution of your pages on your site. And just with a couple of clicks, you will be able to start making changes, to changing colors, updating pictures, adding new sections, creating forms, and so on. It's just really easy to do. And most importantly, you don't need to install plugins or third party applications in order to get your website up and running with the basics. Obviously, if you need specific things, you can obviously get them done on your Squarespace site. But most of us, we don't need that. We don't need those specific customization areas. And that's the benefit of this new layout and super easy to understand and manage. So that's one of the things that I want you to see and understand. WordPress is overcrowded with menus and options, and Squarespace is straight to the point. It's simplified. It's easy to click and get things done, basically. And that's something that, my friends, I would definitely be thankful for if I have to run a business and not only be focused or like give my energy and attention to a site, but also to grow my business, to be out there and being a business owner. All right. So that's reason number one. It's just simpler. It makes my life easier just by looking at the whole dashboard and understanding what I need to get done. All right. Let's talk about now reason number two. So, for reason number two, we have this. With Squarespace, crafting a website that embodies your brand is super easy. Let's take a look at WordPress again and understand from there the differences with Squarespace. There you go. In here is super crowded menu area. And for example, what happened to me when I tried for the first time to dive into the WordPress world was obviously to understand how can I put the branding on my site. And it took me a long time. I needed to Google that. I needed to go on YouTube and watch like an hour video just to be able to understand how WordPress customizes the branding of your site. Obviously, I needed to click around a lot, and that obviously was not the ideal scenario. Once I did finally find the area in which I could start modifying the customization of my branding on the site, then again, I had another whole set of menus in there. As you can see, it's displayed on the picture. You have themes, you have the customized area, widgets, menus, the theme editor, and oh my God, it depends obviously on how your WordPress site is customized. These menus change. And that's one of the most stressful things about WordPress is that it's not a stable dashboard. It changes depending on how you put things in basically. And that makes it complicated. You have to like spend time, a long time, just to be able to understand what to do and how to make changes. All right, let's say finally I got the place I needed. I found the place I needed to go to change my branding. Boom. Then you have another column with so many options that you have to start clicking and modifying individually. That's one of the things that I don't consider necessary if I would just want to have a functional site that boosts conversions, that looks great. I don't have to just dive in and spend hours trying to understand the platform. And finally, depending on how the theme that I have, being able to change stuff on the site. So there you go. This is how the WordPress experience in order to change the branding of your site. You have to click around, you have to try, you have to find the specific menu, and that is a lot of try and error, my friends. Now, let me show you the difference with Squarespace. So, with Squarespace, it's straightforward. As you can see, pretty quickly to get there. As you remember in the previous image that I showed you a few minutes ago, you have the main dashboard of your site, and then before pages, you have the style area. Once you click in there, this is what you see. You will see the header area, and you will see your homepage, how it looks. And if you need to start making changes on how your website looks and the colors, the buttons, and some other things, you can literally click around on the right side of the menu and you start making changes. And another element that I really love about Squarespace is this, that you click on these specific styles and then you can start making overall changes to your entire site. And that is something that I think is really revolutionary, especially for a small business owner that wants to play around with colors, with branding elements, and don't want to start just clicking around so much and making changes or even destroying the site because you don't know what changes are you making. And that is what happens a lot of times with WordPress. Either you make a change that you did try to like explore, and then either you forget about it and then you have to click around to start making other changes, and that leads to a set of modifications that create a mess on your site. In here, it's straightforward. You know where to go. And if you make a change, you can literally come here and just undo it. And that's one of the biggest benefits of having a simplified layout. It's just easier for you to get it done. There you go. One of the biggest benefits of having a Squarespace site is that it's simplified and it's just literally with a simple click, you can change your style. The change of your style, and if you don't like it, just undo it quickly in the same area. It's not as difficult as WordPress in essential terms. All right, let's talk about now reason number 3. For businesses wanting to refresh their website design, Squarespace provides affordable solutions. So, in order to understand this reason, we need to make a comparison. So, we're going to talk about WordPress and then we're going to talk about Squarespace. So, first of all, as you just literally saw on the WordPress dashboard, in order to create a site that is functional in there, you need to invest a lot of time. And that's what we don't have, small business owners, right? So that's the first reason. Small businesses don't have time to build a website from scratch. So what's the consequence of not having time? So they need to hire a website developer. And that is the first thing you need to keep in mind. It's super expensive and adds an intermediary between you and your site. And you can start thinking about the consequences of having a WordPress site that you don't have control about, and then just imagining the consequence of, okay, I want to make a new section, I want to change the colors. And in order to do those things, in order to make those changes, then you have to talk to a website developer and pay for it. And that's the second reason. If you need changes you'll probably need to pay extra money for it. Again, it's expensive to create a site, but not only that, then you have to pay for maintenance. That is not ideal. And again, one last thing, it's totally inconvenient, annoying, and costly to run a WordPress by yourself, let alone with a website developer, just keeping in mind all the implications of doing so. So, with those characteristics of having a WordPress site, I would like to show you now some of the solutions that Squarespace provides for you that it just makes your life easier at the end of the day. I think the overall messaging around this webinar is that we want the website to be an easy place for me to showcase my business, not ring box that I have to fight in order to understand places to change and just trying to get some small changes. I have to go above and beyond, watch YouTube videos, and just spend so much time learning how to do those things, how to make those changes. So let's talk about Squarespace now. There you go. Small businesses will no longer need to buy multiple subscriptions on different platforms to start their brand new site. Why is that, Juan Pablo? Well, because Squarespace gives you with one subscription everything that you need. What do you mean? Okay, let's keep talking about it. You have website hosting and even domains that can be managed in one centralized place with Squarespace. Everything is in one place. If you need extra video storage, Squarespace has a specific area for that. Everything is simplified. Normally, as you guys know, to have a website, you need to purchase a hosting service. And not only that, but you have to pay for domains. People usually, App in a Day, for example, come with these extra services and domains from different service providers, and they find it super amazing that they don't need those anymore. They don't need to pay for those subscriptions anymore because in here with Squarespace, it's just one subscription for everything. It's amazing. It lifts off their shoulders, first of all, a lot of budget constraints, and it just makes their lives easier. So, with those elements in mind, let's roll with the next reason. Reason number 4. Squarespace creates websites that are extremely secure and easy to manage. Let's talk in detail about the situation with WordPress first. In order to be secure on WordPress, one of the things that you have to do is to pay extra. First of all, you need to have to pay more money to have your certificate. And normally that is through a plugin. And in general, when you think about plugins in in WordPress, we are talking about subscription, extra payments that you have to make in order to get some basics of your site. So in order to do it on WordPress, you have to go to the plugin area and try to install an SSL certificate. Again, extra steps that are not necessary to take with Squarespace. Let me show you the difference. Squarespace automatically creates and configures free SSL certificates with industry recommended 2048 bit keys and SHA-2 signatures for all your websites, including ones with custom domains. SSL secure sites rank more highly on Google. So, in other words, it's included on your site by default. You don't have to pay extra for it. There you go. The whole benefits is just expressed by itself. One of the biggest things that you need to keep in mind is that you have to be secure online. And if you are a business owner that that is trying to get your online presence up and running, one of the things that you have to make sure is to get your site secure. And again, if you go to WordPress, it's not guaranteed by default. It's not. You have to, again, take some extra steps in order to do it. You have to pay extra money. And again, that could be something that you can forget about because, well, just by itself, just getting my site up and running is so time consuming on WordPress that it could slip my mind and working on the SSL certificate. Again, a technicality that I don't have to know about. But in here, WordPress doesn't give you that security. Instead, Squarespace does. Squarespace gives you the chance to, okay, I'm gonna build my site, and then boom, when I pay my subscription, I have everything customized. Everything is by default. My security is guaranteed. So that's one of the things that it's a deal breaker for me. I want a site that is secure. I want this site to be budget friendly for me as a small business owner. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to have my online presence, and it just has my back. Squarespace is really good on that, on understanding my needs and providing a platform that helps me get there with my online presence. All right, there you go. I'm going to show you more details now with the Squarespace. As you can see, this is a backend view, and it's just there. Certificate status active. Your custom domains include SSL certificates for encryption that are secure and insecure versions of each URL. Use the preferences below to control the traffic is where traffic is directed. Again, it's something that Squarespace brings you by default. It's there. It's for you. And when you pay your subscription, your Squarespace site is automatically secure. Amazing, right? All right. Let me talk about now reason number 5. Squarespace websites make it really easy to boost your SEO and get noticed on Google. Obviously, we're going to talk about WordPress first. Let's see how that works on WordPress. Yes, you guessed it. You need to pay for another plugin. You need to install a plugin. You need to install an extra element in order to set your SEO on your website. And it's just really intricate, the configuration elements on the pages area of your WordPress site. You have obviously the list of pages, and then the plugin for SEO shows what the configuration has been so far. So, building a website on WordPress means that you need to install many extra plugins just to get a basic features and SEO working. On top of that, you have to pay more money for subscriptions and extras to make your site look really good. So again, extra steps that we don't want, first of all, and we don't need. That should be something that needs to be built in. SEO is just basic configuration of a site. I don't need and I don't want to pay extra, again, just to get the basics of it. So that's one of the things that I love about Squarespace is that you can get those features for you. It's going to be accessible to you by default. Let me show you now the difference with Squarespace. There you go. This is just one example of the configuration of SEO that you will get. Remember, basic layout that we had at the beginning, the pages area, and then you have this view. What do you mean, Juan Pablo? Okay, when you click on the pages area, you will see a small icon next to it, the name of the page. And when you click on it, this is what you will see. A pretty simple and straightforward page for the settings. And voila, what do you have by default? SEO configuration. Amazing. So there you go. You have a preview of what your site is going to look like on the search engine. And below, you have the places for making modifications. And this is something that you will be able to do on each one of your pages, the published ones or the hidden ones. Amazing, again, simple, straightforward, and at the end of the day, it makes business owners, small business owners, lives easier. So just keep in mind that Squarespace has been built to provide a website solution for people that, first of all, they don't have neither the money nor the time to overspend on a site, and it's actually efficient. It's really efficient and effective. It gets you out there to the world with a really sophisticated background, and this is just one like expression of it. SEO configurations are the basics of being exposed to the world, and it's just there by default for you on a Squarespace site. All right, there you go. So I think overall, the idea of this webinar is to help you understand that for small business owners, we need to create spaces that are simplified, that are like efficient, that provide easy to understand tools for people to get their online presence up and running without stressing out. And on that sense, that's why at App in a Day we love Squarespace. And that's why we love to show you why Squarespace is a big deal. It's a really good tool that you can leverage from as a client. So it's been a really good pleasure, guys, to talk to you for almost 30 minutes about this amazing platform and understanding that this is a really good, smart choice for smart businesses. At App in a Day, we provide website solutions for clients like you that are trying to get your online presence up and running. And me as a project manager will be the person that you will be having communications with if you decide to talk about it and provide a conversation in which we can help you understand how you can get your business up and running with our help. That's something that we love to do. We love helping businesses thrive and setting them up for success, for longevity. And our CEO, Lindy, is way more than happy, really, to have a consultation with you and talk and learn about your business and get your website up and running. I will be obviously alongside with her trying to help you get there. And if you really want, this is a QR code for you to book a consultation. Go to this page that will give you access to Lindy's calendar. And that way we can start helping you get your website up and running. And again, if it's not the case and you are good and you can get your site by yourself. If you ever need some help, we'll be here. And hopefully, you understand how Squarespace has created a beautiful space for you and your business to thrive at the end of the day. I think it's really easy to understand, is really good, and my pleasure to show you has been a pleasure for me to show you how this amazing platform is going to transform your business, get people at the door, and get your online presence up and running. All right, guys. So it's been a pleasure to be with you.